Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, it's your guy Panama Fargo back to y'all live with another episode of the Raider Rundown. And today, man, what I'm going to be taking y'all through is who the Raiders have signed to the practice squad, who the Raiders got their eye on, and at the same time, we're going to go through a little bit of the offensive line film and see what the problems are in this run game. So without further ado, let's get the intro started and let's get into it.
As a young guy, I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
The deal, Raider Nation. Once again, it's your guy Panama Fargo. Make sure you guys is tapping on the like and the subscribe button, and please hit on the little notification bell so you get updated whenever I drop episodes like this one right here. But like I was saying, man, for today's episode, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna walk you through who the Raiders have signed, who we apparently got our eyes on, and what that can mean. And at the same time, we're gonna go through some offensive line film, right? See what the running game is really lagging. So without further ado, let's get it started like this. The Raiders have signed former Bears, former Falcons linebacker Mykal Walker to the practice squad, okay? Now, last season, Mykal Walker had 107 tackles, 6 deflections, and 2 interceptions, okay? So, for me, finally, you're adding more to this defense. Although I didn't think our linebackers were bad, I do think adding more athleticism, just guys who know how to be around the football, and just with the team speed in general, adding to the team speed, I think that just makes up a better linebacking core. Now, we all know what the real problems of this defense is, which is the defensive line. So I'm real curious to see what the Raiders do, man, because like we said yesterday in yesterday's video, Chandler Jones is taking up a roster spot. At the end of the day, you know, I know they're trying to help their guy, but he's taking up a spot, and at the same time, he was a spot that we needed, right? He's a guy that we were relying on to get some more pressure to the quarterback, and now that that's not there, we have just a void there, a void in talent and a void there as far as the roster spot. So the Raiders are going to have to do something. Maybe this is a move that starts that process, but at the end of the day, the Raiders are going to have to do something to add more to this D-line room and just add more to get pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Because as of right now, bro, we're not doing it. And that's the weakest part of the defense yet again. So, but it's good to see at least we signed somebody with some ability, at least somebody who can come in here and try to learn the playbook. Probably not going to play this week against the Steelers, but we might see a little bit more of him there. So I want to see what the corresponding move is to signing him to the practice squad. Let's see if they ever move him up, right? So Mykal Walker has been signed to the practice squad. Now, the news that had everybody kind of, okay, what's going on here, right? So I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. Jordan Schultz, I believe that's his. He was reported that, you know, the Rams are trying to trade Cam Akers, and the Raiders are one of the teams that are interested in seeking a trade. Now, keep this in mind, the Rams can still release him. So right now, I feel like the waiting game is going on, because if everybody knows that you're going to release him anyway, why even give up a draft pick, right? That doesn't make no sense unless you really, really, really want him. So what does that mean? Some people are coming and saying, oh, does that mean Josh Jacobs is trash and they don't like him no more? No, that's not what that means. This is more indicative on Zamir White than it is Josh Jacobs. Now, as I've said before, and I will continue to stand by this, Josh Jacobs ain't 100% right now, okay? And we're going to see in a minute the offensive line don't do him any favors whatsoever. But at the end of the day, he's not 100% right either. And right now, we need a little bit more speed. Either say what you want to say about Zamir, but when he got into the game, you can immediately see that there was a change of pace. There was a change of quickness, right? He just looked faster to the hole. And right now, you know, Josh just don't look like he's all the way there, right? So if you can grab a guy that can give us some more team speed, and maybe you trade him, and maybe you just say, okay, Zamir or Amir Abdullah, one of you guys is going to be out of here, and we're bringing in Cam Akers. Okay, he has a lot of speed, right? Now, like I said, if I'm the Raiders, I would be sitting waiting for them to release him and see what he wants to do there. And at the end of the day, you know, we probably still not going to get him. Most likely for him is the Browns, based off what happened yesterday with Nick Chubb, right? So prayers up to Nick Chubb. But at the end of the day, you know, running back is a violent position, and that's why you see both sides of the coin of that, right? Running backs definitely deserve their money because of the wear and tear and the toll it takes on the body. So they definitely have their point. Teams have their point too, right? You see what happened last night. And, I mean, even Nick Chubb came in with the injury to that same knee. And in no way do I say that's okay. At the end of the day, man, prayers up to him. To me, he's top 2 running back in the league when he's all the way healthy, man. So I really think, that sucks for him. So at the end of the day, though, pertaining to the Raiders situation, we'll see what that means. I mean, if they're really interested in Cam Akers, I don't think it's more along the lines of Josh Jacobs. I think it's getting more help for Josh Jacobs as he continues to get right. Because he, like we continue to say, he needs more time playing football. He needs more games under his belt. Because as of right now, he's still not in entire game shape. He's just not there yet. All right, but he will be soon. But I feel like the Raiders need more team speed at their running back position as well. Somebody who's going to hit the ground running as of right now as Josh continues to get himself together. Now, that's the news right there pertaining to the Raiders. Haven't heard anything new as far as the injury report for Jacoby Myers. Devontae Adams is good, like I said before. So he's going to be playing on Sunday versus the Steelers. It's going to be real, bro. It's going to be real. So at the end of the day, it looks like we're going to have most of our players out there for the Steelers. Not too many injuries, not too many people we're looking at that's, going to be out banged up. Hopefully Jacoby Myers can return as well. Now, for the meat of the video, why you really came, we are going to go over the run game and the offensive line film. And this film right here is by my guy, Marcus Johnson. He was on the channel with one of my lives before. If you didn't see that live, go back, watch the live with me and Marcus Johnson. This is before the season too. So he kind of touches on things he was kind of concerned about for the Raiders offense, and some of it ended up coming to fruition. So definitely go back, check on that video. But this film right here is from his Twitter page. So make sure you guys follow Marcus Johnson on Twitter for more type of content like this. But what we're going to do right now is go through some of the offensive run game, right? And what are we seeing? So here we go right here. First play. We're seeing the little Jacobs to the left, seeing the little zone. Boom. Greg Van Roten immediately gets blown the fuck up in the backfield. Immediately. Now we're trying to get the zone cracking as we stop it here. Boom. Oh my goodness gracious. Trying to get the zone cracking. As we stop it here, we see, okay? Couple steps go by, Cool. With the handoff, it's not looking bad, but at the end of the day, the picture's still muddy. For me, the picture is muddy. Now, you're seeing Colton Miller come around. Now, this is something I'm not really looking at, but at the end of the day, we're going to look at it together. He pulls. So this isn't really his zone then, because we see Colton Miller coming around. He's pulling. Andre James gets swam right here. So that fucks that up there as well, right? Now, where our problems are stemming, it looks like, is from the interior. And during the game, I was kind of saying that too. The interior is what's really letting us down. Colton Miller, Illuminor, they're playing pretty well. But when it comes to the run game, as far as our interior, it's been very, very disappointing. So now let's go back again. Colton Miller comes around. He looks like he's trying to seal, okay? Now, Andre James, maybe he's looking like he's trying to seal as well, okay? Because you see, he kind of struggles with this D tackle right here initially, right? And then that makes Colton Miller have to come over here, help him. Now, I don't know if that's a double team or if they're trying to seal off right there to get this little crease going here. But it doesn't make no sense because here comes Lynn Floyd off the edge screaming. Now, for anything to get going, right? And maybe we're seeing Andre James then move to second level to Milano here. But at the end of the day, for anything to get going, you cannot have Greg Van Roten 5 yards in the backfield. This is the first play. This is the first play from scrimmage. So already this tone is set, right? You cannot have your offensive guard getting pushed back in the backfield. As we continue, right? Look how far back he is. Look how far back he is. You see the handoff is happening in this line here. The line of scrimmage is somewhere up here where Andre James, Colton Miller is, right? This is the line of scrimmage up here. There is no fucking reason that Greg Van Roten should be getting pushed back by Ed Oliver about like 5-6 yards. All right, immediately. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to make a cut. All right, now, some of you might screenshot this and say, oh, well, he can make a cut right here. Bro, I'm telling you, you see this right here? You see this guy right here? There is no making this cut back right here. There's none of that. All right, it's hitting this front side. That's what you got to do. Now, If you were trying to make this cutback right here, you got to wall this guy off at some point, but he's already screaming fast. He's screaming hard. So there's nowhere to go. That's just all. There's nowhere to go. Greg Van Roten here getting completely blown up. We don't know what's supposed to be happening here. We don't even know what the play is supposed to be because at the end of the day, there's not enough steps to even, there's not enough to even go off of. You know what I mean? There's nothing to even go off of. It's bad all the way around. And then we end up with a loss back here, right? Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. It's bad. Next one, we go. All right, that's Greg Van Roten versus Ed Oliver. Here we go. Greg Van Roten, yet again. As you can see, Marcus Johnson saying, Ed Oliver pushing him back. Let's watch it full speed. All right. Bro, Roten here. Jesus. Jesus. One more time. Here we go. Dear God. And it's like, where are you supposed to go? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do say that, Jacob, let's watch it from the other angle real quick. We'll slow it down. Here's Van Roten here. Oliver here. You know? Like, I do say Jacobs isn't 100%, and I do kind of stand by that because at the end of the day, I feel like we saw more quickness, explosion last year, and he's still getting back to that. But what in the hell are you supposed to do as a running back when your guard is already in your lap as you get the handoff? You guys realize that a handoff is about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There's no way a guard should be in your lap as you get a handoff. Look how far back he is. That's about 5-6 yards. So you mean to tell me Greg Van Roten getting pushed back 5-6 yards? There's no reason why a run game ain't getting started. We can't get shit from our interior. Right? We can't get shit from the interior. This is just as bad as Alex Barr's last year. And they wanted to sell us on this upgrade. Greg Van Roten as the upgrade. And he may be the upgrade that we need going into the season. It's only week 2, like I said. But as of right now, this is the same shit I saw from Alex Barr's. So where's the upgrade? We continue. I need to see it from the other view so we can really go through it. Let's go through here. Boom, boom, boom. I need to see it from the other side, other angle. Give it to me here. Here we go. Now let's slow it down. Let's go real. Jimmy checks at the line. As you can see already, you see the line. You see the lineup. Okay? Now, this is another thing. This is going on with Josh McDaniels. Whenever you see this motherfucker right here, it's a run. It's a run, right? And look at the defense already. 1, 2. This is what I was saying yesterday, okay, about the offense feeling congested. Now, not only is Greg Van Roten here getting pushed back, yeah, that's some of it, okay? But let's go deeper than that. Look at this. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 motherfuckers in the box, bro. This is consistent. This is consistent throughout the field. This is consistent on the offensive side. The Bills said, this motherfucker right here is going to have to beat us. It's not going to be him. And whenever you have 45 in the game, it's a tell. We know you're running the ball. And that tells us where you're running the ball. And you want to know another tell that tells us where you're about to run the ball? Because Thayer Mumford is playing this here. The extra tight end, the extra tackle. So now you have an extra tackle, extra fullback on one side. Already your tail's telling us you're going to run the ball. Now, in the situation that we're in, of course, you say you don't want to take a risk. But at the end of the day, look at the box. Look at what they're doing. They already know what time it is. As we start to play, we continue. Boom, immediately, no push. No push. Stalemate immediately. And as an offensive lineman, that's a loss. That's a loss. Especially in the run game, that's a loss already. You have to get forward motion. You have to get forward progress. Now, as we see, Colton Miller, cool, he's out to play. He's on the whole backside. That don't matter. Now, let's watch here. Mumford, good. Right here. That's good by Mumford. Let's see where the play is supposed to go. Is it supposed to go? I feel like the play is supposed to go on the inside shoulder of Thayer Mumford as we continue to watch here. It's supposed to go here in this little crease, in this gap. Just by the way, Illuminor and Mumford is trying. And just by the way, Mumford is trying to wall him off in the way Illuminor goes second level. As we look, boom. You see here, he's trying to wall him off, get it going here. You see Illuminor going up to Milano here. He's going to wall off, which means Jakob is in charge of this guy right here. And this is a corner, okay? The crease is supposed to be here. But either way it goes, we're not going to reach the crease because we're already damn near 4 steps in the backfield here by Greg Van Roten. As we continue, boom, boom, boom. Where are we supposed to go? Answer me the question, right? Answer me the question. Once again, there's 8 people in the box, so keep this in mind. Regardless, if anybody wants to screenshot this and say there's a cutback, remember, there's 8 people in the box. He's going to get his ass killed by him right here. And even so, he's here. There's nowhere to go because teams don't respect us. They don't respect our throwing. They don't respect our deep passing at all. They're selling out for Josh Jacobs right now. Selling out completely. And it doesn't help either when your offensive guard is getting pushed into your lap as soon as you take 2 steps. As soon as you take 2 steps. Now, as you see here, boom. We keep it going. More steps. Look at that. Look at that. And Oliver abused Greg Van Roten in this game. Completely abused him. Where is he supposed to go? I keep playing more pictures for y'all. And it's not like, I'm not telling y'all that y'all don't know what y'all talking about. But at the end of the day, I'm playing the pictures for y'all. And it's like, it's muddy. It's muddy. There's nowhere to go. Our offense is just stagnant because teams are selling out against this run with 8 to 7 people in this box and say, make your run game beat us. Now, if he wasn't here in the backfield getting his ass destroyed, pause. If he wasn't there doing that, maybe we have a crease here. Boom. Because say what you want. Thayer Munford did his job. Walled him off. Illuminor damn near did his job. Walled him off. You see Parham, it's kind of hard to go from that left to right side, trying to wall somebody off like that. But he's doing his best. But that's for Andre James to help him clean up. Right? Boom. Clean him up here. Andre James, move to second level. Boom. Here. Jakob, continue on the path. And we have Josh follow him here. Now, it could work. It could work. But what's fucking it up is already that your guard is back here. And at the end of the day, there's just so much penetration. Too much penetration. Too much. Let's continue. All right. Now, I don't know if this is a scheme thing or I don't know if this is just a rookie thing. But at the end of the day, our rookie, Michael Mayer, won, right? Not blocking who he's supposed to do. Here we are, 87, right? And he just leaves his assignment. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Let's watch it full speed, and y'all tell me what y'all see, and let's go over it. All right. Toss play. What the fuck is he doing? What is that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, did he think somebody was supposed to come around and help him? Like, once again, I don't know if this is a scheme thing or I don't know if this is a fucking, if this is a rookie thing. I don't know that for sure. Now, we can all hop on Michael Mayer and say, oh, that was trash. But then again, is he being asked to do that by the coaching staff? You got to, because for what it looks like he is. There's no way he stares at this defensive lineman and says, I'm just not going to block him. Not going to seal him off. It just doesn't make no sense. Because in reality, what we should be getting, everything is cool. Everything is straight because at the end of the day, it's a fake here, fake to the left side or right side here and give him a toss here. So you're faking the power here and you're giving him a toss here. Everything is straight. You see Colton Miller ready to do his job. This I don't like here at all. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Colton Miller getting ready to move second level. You need him. But it's a toss. Keep that in mind. It's a toss. Regardless if he comes in right here, he's not fast enough to grab Josh at this angle right here that he's coming. Not fast enough. So you see Colton should be going up to second level to try to wall off Milano. What really should happen is you see Mayer try to wall him off here, and then we try to get the edge. Okay? But at the end of the day, He just lets him go. He just lets him go. And I'm just as confused and baffled as y'all because I don't understand what the scheme and what they're asking him to do. You get what I'm saying? I don't understand what they're asking him to do. Like I said, he's not catching Josh at this toss angle that we have going here. And like I told y'all, Colton Miller is going second level to Milano. Okay, he's going to be going second level to Milano. But at the end of the day, when you have a free rusher here, there's nowhere to pick a lane. There's nothing to do. He's right in your face. There's no cutback. That's gone. This eliminates that cutback. There's no way you do it. So only way to really hit this is hit this front side. Okay, you got to hit this front side, and you got to hit this here. But whatever the fuck he was thinking, definitely wasn't in tune with what the team was thinking. Because at the end of the day, you see here, as soon as we play it, ain't nowhere to go. Ain't nowhere to go. You know, now I don't know if the offense and Josh McDaniels thought that he was going to take the cheese. You feel what I'm saying? Like Rousseau was going to take the cheese and go with the fake power to the right side right there. And it was kind of like a sort of run option, RPO type of thing. I don't know. And it's not no pass option, but just how they do with the option plays where they allow the DN to then crash inside, and then that's how they know they're supposed to pitch it. But at the end of the day, it's like, it don't make no sense if that's the case. It don't make no sense. And I'm going to tell you why it don't make no sense why you do that. Look how wide he is. Look how wide he is. If you plan to run this type of toss, there's no way, no sensible way you can look at how wide Rousseau is and say like, all right, bro, we're just going to leave him be. You feel what I'm saying? It's too wide. You maybe could sell me if he was this far inside here, but it's too wide here. And once again, let us count how many are in the box, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 people in the box. No respect for this. And where is this? This is about like damn near the 35, 30. They don't respect our passing game at all. And if you think Pittsburgh is going to respect our passing game, you got another thing coming. You already know what they're going to do. I told you last week what Buffalo's going to do. Now this week, it's going to be damn near the same. You know what Pittsburgh about to come in here and do. All right? We're going to load the box on your ass. 8 people. And number 8 will not beat us. You're going to have to make this motherfucker under center throw some dots. And you're going to have to. And newsflash, this is a better pass rush that we're facing this week than we faced at Buffalo. Now, to be fair, the pass blocking has been very excellent up to now. It's been very excellent. But TJ Watt's a different animal. TJ Watt is a different animal, right? That Pittsburgh defense is a different animal. All right, at the end of the day, it's going to have to be real high-level football being played against that defense. You saw what they did last night against the Browns. And the Browns got a better run game than we do. They have a better run game than we do right now. And they still was out there causing havoc. Still. So if we're doing this type of shit Sunday night versus Pittsburgh, it's going to be another long, frustrating-ass game. Another long, frustrating game. Let us watch it in full speed to really get the full array of what the fuck we're seeing. You see? There's no wonder why the run game ain't started. Ain't no wonder. It's right here, live and in person. Ain't nowhere to go, bro. Nowhere to go. Let's continue. Here we go right here. Now, this one right here is not particularly the run game, but, oh yeah, you know what? It is the run game. But at the end of the day, it helps the run game. Now, Marcus says you have Renfro, you have Wilkerson open. Garoppolo doesn't like it. And I agree. To help the run game, at this point right now, the Raiders are going to have to pass the run game open. It's just what it is. We're not at the point where we can just be physical and say, all right, now we're going to play smash mouth football. We're going to run the ball. We're going to saber clock. In 2 weeks, we haven't done it. So you gotta open up. You gotta open it up because in 2 weeks these teams have not respected you, and as the season continues, they will continue to not respect you until you show something different. Boom, right? Motion. All right, good. And that's another thing, real quick. We need more pre-snap motion, bro. We need more pre-snap motion. There's too much standing around and shit. I don't like all that, bro. Move so we can see what the defense is working with. Let's see if it's man. Let's see if it's zone. If it's fucking 8 man in the box. At the end of the day, the movement will confuse them. But as we go, all right? Good protection once again. Now, Jimmy's got to let this bitch rip, bro. Jimmy's got to let this bitch rip. Because at the end of the day, the protection, we can't say shit about the pass protection. I don't think we could have said shit about the pass protection the first 2 weeks. Let me stop it here. Jimmy has to let this bitch go, bro. He has to. And I don't know if he just doesn't trust what he sees. You know, maybe he's too timid. But he ends up going to the check down. Right here, down here, he ends up going to the check down. To open this offense up for our run game, he's going to need to be more aggressive. He's got to be more aggressive. He's been too conservative these past 2 weeks. These past 2 weeks, he's been way too conservative with the football. Now, and that's the thing. You're being conservative, and we still have interceptions and turnovers. I'd rather you give me that shit if we going down the field, if we taking some chunk plays, if we doing all that. But you can't be conservative and turn the ball over. It's just not what's going to happen, right? That's not how you win football games. Once again, we can't talk about the pass protection because the pass protection is very good. You gotta let this bitch rip. You gotta let this bitch rip. And I don't know if he's scared of this right here, but you can't be scared of this. He's too far. So at the end of the day, he might be scared of this right here. Boom, him in the middle, and he don't want to take that chance, so he puts it down. But at the end of the day, we got, and this is what I'm saying, we're going against, this is the high level competition we have to go against. If we want to do anything, right? Now you tell me, high level quarterback play. Other quarterbacks in the AFC is ripping that bitch. They're gonna throw that. Certain quarterbacks in the AFC is gonna throw that. If we plan to beat certain teams like the Bills, like other teams in the AFC who are good, you gotta be more aggressive. That check down shit that we got going on, it's not gonna win football games. It's not. Too conservative, bro. You know, and you get yardage. But it's shit like that where it's like, all right, bro, you know, you have to take the chance there. He's open. And we talk about Renfro. I talked about Renfro. 1 catch, 23 yards, right? And that, like I said, it's not like me saying he's not trash, he's trash or he's not open. But if he's not going to utilize him, if Jimmy or McDaniels is not going to utilize Hunter Renfro, then you need to get something for him. Because this shit right here shows already. If you take this, bro, from the other view, it's worse. The other view, it's worse. He's not in position to do shit. I don't care. I don't even know who this is. This might be Leonard Floyd. And if this is Leonard Floyd, I guarantee you should look this motherfucker off to here. And right in between him and that safety, you rip this bitch here. Right? And I wasn't a quarterback. I was a running back. So I kind of know more about the running back and the running aspect more than I do about the passing aspect. But still, I paid attention when I watched film. Had to know what everybody was doing. You got to rip this bitch here. You have to. It's, you know, I don't know what he didn't like. I don't know what he didn't see, you know, and people can say Wilkerson was coming along. He was, you know, but for my money, more long for my money, bro, you look at the protection. You got to rip that Renfro. Even when he clears the linebacker here, the protection is still good. Look around across the board. This is the shit you want to see is the pass protection. Why we can't get that in the run game beats me. But at the end of the day, right, this is the type of shit you want to see from your pass protection. He clears here. He's still clean. Rip this bitch here, bro. Be more aggressive. And to Jimmy's credit, he did say after the game, right, that he had some mental mistakes that he's going to have to clean up. So hopefully this is some of the shit that he's talking about. 1-1, yet again, it's week 2. I'm not going to say the sky is falling, but it's shit like this here, right, that can have you going both ways. One way to say, oh shit, here we go, Raiders or whatever. Or you can look at how I'm looking at it. This type of shit right here is what I feel like we're going to start hitting as the weeks progress. Because like I said in the video yesterday, I feel like most of this shit is like rust. Most of this shit is not playing by Jimmy, by Josh Jacobs. A lot of these guys haven't really played, by Tyree Wilson. A lot of these guys are still rusty. Didn't get no preseason. Didn't get no training camp. Was on and off in training camp. Some of this shit is still rust, bro. And I feel like the game is a little sped up. The game is a little sped up. But once the clock slows down, I really do believe this. Once the clock slows down for Jimmy and he realizes what he can and cannot do in this offense, he's going to start ripping this bitch right here because it's open. It's open. The film shows us what it is, right? And now we're looking at the film, and the film looks like the Bears film. Sorry, Bears fans, and my uncle's a Bears fan, but goddamn, that film was atrocious. And we're looking at that, and nobody's getting open, nobody's getting separation, route concepts are ass. Sure, we have all day to kill McDaniels, kill Jimmy, do what we got to do. But it's there. It's there. Ugly ass film, but it's there. You feel what I'm saying? Now, as far as the run game goes, we got to get this shit cracking. We have to get this shit cracking. All right? But here we go. You see Marcus Johnson here. This play is why we need more pre-snap motion. Raiders catch Bills off guard, leaving Adams one-on-one with the safety on a post. Garoppolo has a rush from the edge that forces him to step up, but he comes off the post after moving, then missed the comeback short. I just said about that pre-snap motion, no? Just said about that pre-snap motion. Now let's look at it from the wide. Let's look at it from the wide. Pre-snap motion tells us what? What the defense is doing. We need more. Can't just be sitting down, sitting stagnant, sitting still, bro. Good offenses move pre-snap. We need more. Look, as they shift. Zone. Boom. Zone. One-on-one. Now, like he said, pressure from the edge forces him to step up and move. We have to account for that. So, yes, that's a loss on Colton Miller's part. But as you move, don't come off this, bro. Don't come off this, bro. This is the number one receiver in the NFL. You throw this bitch here, look at his base. If he throws this bitch anywhere to this S, it's a wrap. That's a touchdown. And y'all let me know if I'm lying or if I'm wrong, whatever the case is. But if he takes Adams and maybe leads him here, boom, from here to here, it's a touchdown. You don't want to leave him too far because you don't want old boy to come over here and get some traction to take that. So you need to leave him kind of upfield a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lay it out here because old boy can come off this route and do something. You want to lay it out in here where this safety can't get the angle, he can't get the angle, and boom, he splits that bitch for a tub. I don't know why he comes off the post, which he shouldn't have. He's not rushed. He's not pressured at all. But he comes off the post and then comes to the comeback, which is already late. Shitty comeback, by the way. But hey, as we continue, that's a shitty route. That is a shitty route. Either way it goes, right? Either way it goes, it's fault on everybody's. Because Jimmy then comes off the deep post for whatever God knows reason. And I don't know if he has some predetermined shit where he's like, oh, I don't like that look, and I'm just going to come over here. But I don't think that's something I think that's something that he needs to take advantage of as the weeks progress. Like we just said, it's there. It's there. He has to take advantage. Now, we can say what we want about McDaniels, but from the play calling here, he's not on the field throwing that motherfucker. Jimmy has to take advantage. Now, once again, it all leads back to McDaniels because at the end of the day, he can call the plays and, the plays look like he worked and Jimmy's not doing what he's supposed to do, but he still handpicked Jimmy. So at the end of the day, it all still falls back on him at the end of the day. So he needs to play better for everybody's sake. Got to hit this. Got to hit this. Got to take this. Got to take this. Now, I will say the comeback is late, but at the end of the day, it's a shitty route. It's a very shitty route. Look at this. This is the same route. On the other side, I don't know who that is. Wait a minute. Who is that? Let's go over there. Is that Wilkerson? Hey, this motherfucker be running routes. Look at that. Boom, come back. Whatever the fuck DeAndre Carter is doing, I don't know if that's an out. I don't know if it's a comeback. I don't know what it is. But it's shitty. It's terrible. So it's bad all around. Let's go from this view. It's hard to see passing concepts from this view, really. But bang. But goddamn. But goddamn. Step your ass up, man. Hit this motherfucker right here. It's the best receiver in the league. Hit that shit, man. Like I said, there's multiple quarterbacks that we're going to go against in the AFC if we plan to do any fucking thing that's going to hit that motherfucker right there. Now, yeah, there may be some that don't. You know, it's a bang-bang play. It is what it is. But with this type of room here, you feel me? Not really pressured. Not really having to speed up your clock. Like, yeah, you had to move because of that. But you still clean. You tell me most motherfuckers in the AFC ain't hitting that motherfucker right here. And that's the shit we got to start doing. That's how we going to start beating teams like this. You can't miss on shit like that. You can't miss on shit like that, right? And there we go. That right there shows us all we need to know about what the Raiders were doing, what happens in the run game, right? What's really the problem? The problem, and as more film comes, the problem is, man, we're not getting any type of push from our interior for the run game. And for Jimmy, bro, he's just not seeing the field well right now. He's just not seeing the field well right now. And like I said, I really attribute that to maybe rust and just he hasn't really gotten a lot of football and he still needs more games under his belt. But at the end of the day, it's encouraging to see that it's there and it's not just bullshit we're seeing on film. Two, some of the shit is, I don't know how it can be corrected. Like Greg Van Roten, how do you correct that when you just get manhandled, right? What do you do there? Michael Mayer, that was kind of a mistake. But as far as the concepts in the run game go, something needs to give. We need to do something in that run game to get it started. But like I said, as we saw, 8 motherfuckers in the box. If there's 8 people in the box, what are you supposed to be doing? Right? So at the end of the day, make sure you guys are tapping on the like, tapping on the subscribe button, man. Hit the little notification bell so you get updated when I drop episodes, man, like this one right here, film studies that we're going to be doing weekly. Every week after a game and even before a game to see what the Raiders can do to attack and what they can do to get better. So as always, man, make sure you're hitting them buttons and you know I keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.
I need a bad bitch with an accent, serving in peace, still taxing. Just got tapped for the young cash app, moonwalking like a young Mike Jackson. Yeah, shots to the head, ride clean and still fuck feds. Realest nigga and it's on my kids, so who the fuck gon' wanna test me, bitch?